Hi everyone, Adrienne Everheart, your feminine energy, dating, relationship, and lifestyle coach. Today I got such a great question in my Mighty Networks group, which is an online group. You can use an app, you can use your iPhone, Android, or computer. I got a great question about rebuilding with your ex. If you want to rebuild with your ex, but at the same time you don't want to be friends, you don't want to get put into that friend zone, or as I call it, a surrogate, I'm going to give you some tips about rebuilding through friendship, which is a very different way of doing this. So I want to start off by saying, if you're new to my channel, please take a moment, check out some of my other videos, and also hit subscribe. I love to talk about feminine energy and masculine energy, no matter your gender, no matter how you identify yourself. You have either one energy that's more strong, more natural to you than another. And if you're like me, it's about balancing these energies. It's about balancing my masculine and my feminine energy, which for me was a big problem in my relationships because I really felt like most of the time I was in my masculine energy. And so if you're in your masculine energy with a man, it causes some problems because only one of you can be in your masculine energy in that part of the relationship. So I wanted to first talk about that and share that with you in case any of you have gender concerns about masculine and feminine energy. I think a lot of women struggle with masculine energy and bringing it into the relationship with a man, but we have characteristics that we want the man to have. You know, we want him to pursue us, or we want him to kind of be in charge or make things happen. I'm getting some great comments. Thank you so, so much. I love all the beautiful comments from you about that. So let's talk about rebuilding with your partner without getting into a friend zone or like a trap of friendship. Now, this is something people struggle with. I get this question, but today, again, in my Mighty Networks iHeart Love Academy group, I got it so clear because someone is going on vacation with their ex and the kids, and she's like, how do I do this? Am I friends with him while we're on vacation? You told me to not be friends. So how do I do this? Well, I've got so much help for you because the fact that you're going on vacation with him, it's a great time to rebuild. I'm going to share how to do that, how to be a friend, and then how to rebuild. I'm going to share how these work. Now, friendship is about unlimited contact. Rebuilding is about limited contact. So we're having limited contact, but we're rebuilding. So I talk about in my ABCs to Get Him program, where I had 3 breakups with the man of my dreams, but we rebuilt, and each time it was about 3 months we were apart. 3 very painful months, but I would have limited contact with him. And then sooner or later, like towards the end of our last breakup, he kept coming around more and more and more. And then you have to get clarity, which is, it feels so great to hear from you, but I'm really confused, you know, about being in contact with you. I feel really confused about it. And you can also ask, you know, what does this mean for us? So let me put this into different terms you can understand. At some point you have a breakup, and you have a situation where the man is either already texting you, already messaging you, already wanting to like talk to you every single day, and you're recovering from the breakup and you really miss him. So there's a part of you that might want to text him back and might want to really talk to him every day. You can't do this. That relationship is over. You have to start a new relationship. And if you want him to come back and be with you for good, he must miss you. So I'm going to go back to limited versus unlimited contact. You have to have limited contact. So if he messages you every day and he's pulling at you and he's wanting this attention and love from you, you can say, oh, hi, you know, it's really great to see you. I want you to be warm. This is a beautiful technique. Be warm. Now, if you're warm, are you a friend or are you rebuilding? It's about the amount of contact you have. It's about frequency. So I want you to be able to be warm no matter what. You've got to go to bed each night and be who you are and love who you are and love the message and any type of interaction you're having with a person. So be warm. Hi, feels so great to hear from you. It feels great to connect, feels great to talk. And that's it. That's it. We're not talking about hour-long phone calls or texting all night long, okay? And if they say, hey, do you want to go get lunch today? You can say, well, you know, lunch would feel really amazing, but I've accepted your no. I've accepted that, you know, you don't want to be with me, and I still have a lot of feelings for you. So at some point when Jeff got back in touch with me, he was calling me and messaging me and wanting to meet me for lunch. And he said, well, I guess the least we can do is be friends. And I said, well, my heart still beats really hard for you. And I have always been your friend, but I can't be just friends. So that's the difference. So you can be warm without being super available. So you can just be warm, but not always be available. Whenever they text, whenever they call, whenever they message, you're not like on it, okay? But you can be warm when you want to respond when they do reach out. Another thing you can do to rebuild is be curious. So you can be curious about where this lunch is going to go. You can be curious about how this vacation is going to go. You can kind of just be curious about it. Instead of going on vacation or going out to lunch or whatever and saying, look, we need to talk about our relationship. Where's our relationship going? I still really love you. I still have feelings for you. You know, where's it going? What are we doing? That would be working on the relationship. And I want you to just be curious, okay? And then at some point, if that ex keeps reaching out to you and you've been friendly and you've responded here and there, you can say, where do you see us going? This feels great to be in touch with you, but where do you see us going with this? How do you see this working out? And he will likely say, I don't know. But I know that the other day we hung out and it felt really, really good, and I would like to do that again. That is where you want your ex to be. You want him to be in a place of, the last time I was with you, it felt wonderful, and I want more of that. Okay? So that's how we want this to work. So again, there's being your friend, always being available. You call me, I'm gonna talk to you, I'm gonna be warm, I'm gonna talk about the relationship, I'm gonna see if every time we have contact, I can't see if I can't, you know, kind of fix it a little bit and talk about it with you. Versus I'm gonna have limited contact with you, and then when I'm with you, I'm gonna make it really quality, feminine energy connection with you, because I desire a masculine energy partner. So when you have a high quality feminine energy vibe, that means that you are able to express feminine energy in really natural ways, not to manipulate your partner, not to make something happen, but really natural ways. So some great ways to be feminine with your partner when you're with them is no criticism, no coaching, no educating, no warning. A lot of these things are actually how we control people. And again, I was the biggest ball-busting masculine energy woman you could imagine. And I really found that a lot of the advice I was trying to give and the coaching and the help, and I'm just trying to help you, and I'm just trying to warn you about this, is actually a way for me to control that person. And I have to really listen to myself. I have to, before I speak, pause and gather my thoughts for a second. Now, when you pause before you speak, this is a beautiful way to express feminine energy, because you're slowing down and you're collecting your thoughts, and it's a very charismatic move to have. To take that pause for a moment and pull that person's energy to you while you collect your thoughts. So you can think a little bit, you can feel your way through and find your feelings instead of just thinking about what to say and how to respond. So feminine energy is going to be a practice for you. It's going to be new. So many women, when I say, how do you feel? If a guy goes, hey, how's it going today? Treat it like, how do you feel? And most women are like, I feel happy to hear from you. Or, oh, I feel like, kind of sad. I had a really hard day at work. They share that pain story. So I want you to look at this from, how can I share something that felt positive with today? What felt positive and warm in a feeling way? Or, I felt like I was in Hawaii today. I was surrounded by so many beautiful tropical plants. I just felt like a little island girl. It's kind of a descriptive way to talk about how I'm feeling inside. And men want to know what you're feeling in your body. So these are some great ways to rebuild, sharing what you're feeling, not working on the relationship, and just being present, just seeing where this goes. And, having some contact with your ex on a limited basis, and then at some point saying, this has felt amazing, but what does it mean? Where are we going? What are we doing? This feels so good. The guy's gonna go, I don't know. And you can say, okay, but I still feel feelings for you. I still really feel warm, or my heart beats really hard for you. You have that honesty to you. And then allow the man that space. He now has that feminine energy invitation to come closer to you or not. All right, everybody, I hope this has been really helpful. I see I have a super sticker here, so I'm gonna click it and answer a couple of questions. All right, let's see. Joanne, are you in New Zealand? I would love to talk to you. If you have a question, I'll check in here and see if I have a question from Joanne. And I would love to answer your questions about just rebuilding and about being a friend, how to get your ex back. I have my program, the ABCs to get him. I want to tell you, every day I hear from women where this program has brought them and their man back together. So I would love to get a few questions about that. I'm just trying to pull you up. So let's go to the live chat. Moonstone Shepherd said, if he's opening up about his feelings and problems, how can I help and support him with feminine things energy, while solving his problems and offering my perspectives? Crucially, this is by text. Okay, so just because he's opening up about his feelings and his problems, feminine energy is really about creating just space. So like, if your girlfriend comes to you and she wants to talk to you, or you want to talk to your mom or a friend about a problem, so often it feels so good to just go to someone and talk to them, and they just have that space. They just have this space around them, and you can just be there with them. So that's what feminine energy is. Now, can you feel this space I'm giving you? And the great thing about this feeling of space is, oh, thank you, Joanne. She says, yes, I'm from New Zealand, and no questions. Well, you're very welcome. Happy to help you. Thank you. But the great thing about space is women do this all the time. We will see a bird and we'll calm our energy and focus on that bird for a second. Or it's like if you see a deer or something, you kind of like calm your energy, and you're creating this space, you're creating this energy. So that is the power of feminine energy, that you can slow down and create a space. So we do it with animals and children kind of naturally. You go to pet a new cat and you're like very soft, you're creating this space around you. So that's a great way to be supportive for someone, is just create space for them. Just create that warm space, no judgment, no criticism, no coaching, no warning, no judging. Now, if they ask you, and if they say, hey, do you have any advice for me about this? Say, well, yeah. Now, when my husband asks me that, I feel like I'm walking into a spider web. So I want you to make sure that you just keep it one sentence or so. All right, Marie has, let's see if we have any more questions coming up here. Someone says, what if my husband isn't inspired to be more masculine when I'm being in my feminine? Can you be more specific by what it is you're expecting him to do or be in masculine energy? I think that would be a good question to follow up with you about. What are you kind of expecting with that? So Parsley says that she tried this method, and let me pull it back up here again. Oh, where'd you go? She goes, I tried your method for 6 months, but it felt so painful every time my ex, he texted me sporadically. After 2 months of not reaching out, I blocked him, trying to move on thoughts. I think you're doing the right thing. So you have to, as I say, a woman always knows when to walk away. Nothing is 100%. You have to see what a man can or cannot do. And sometimes that is the best way to walk away. And with every step you get further away, you're feeling better and better and better. When I had to walk away from Jeff because I was not in the type of relationship I wanted to be in, at first I left his house, shaking and driving myself home. But the further I got away from him, the better I felt. I felt stronger, I felt more confident, I felt more in alignment. So if something's not working for you, and I don't know how long he was sporadically texting you, I would never suggest doing this for more than 3 months. And that's what I teach you in the ABCs. So much about what happens with men revolve around this 3-month cycle. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I encountered it so many times with my clients, and I encountered it myself, that I think there's something to the 3-month cycle, and then even add a couple of weeks on or take a couple of weeks away. But Jeff came back almost 3 months to the day we separated, we parted ways. So I hope that that helps you a little bit. I think you did the right thing. Let's see here. Victoria says, what if you want to continue and he doesn't? I'm always emotional when I speak to him, but it's sad. I'm always sad because my heart is sad without him. It's been 4 years. Victoria, it's been too long. 4 years? It's been too long. No, 3 months. 3 months, not 4 years. You gotta accept that no. You gotta boldly put one foot in front of the other and keep going. Also ask yourself, is this really my dream guy? A guy who's not showing up. I have a lot of videos on this on YouTube. But if you don't have the ABCs already, I really suggest getting it. Because this is about, like, you have to put that guy in front of you the way he is right now. And you have to say, okay, you walked away from me. You left me, you abandoned me, you broke up with me. Is this really, really my dream guy? The way he is this my dream guy? No, it's not. You don't want to be with your dream guy. Is not a guy who walks away from you. Your dream guy is a guy who's present. He's there, right? So first get clear, is this my dream guy? And secondly, if this does not turn around after about 3 months, you gotta move on. You gotta move on, and you gotta ask yourself, what type of person do I want to be with? I want to be with somebody who's there. Okay, so let's go back here. Omni Girl said, my ex and I blocked each other for 2 years. But every time I'm menstruating, I miss him. You know, I think there's something to that. I really do. I think there's just something about our sexual identities, trauma, and things like this, that when our bodies are in this sort of cleansing phase and lunar phase, that we really do start to feel everything. So I'm going to be teaching a class. I don't know how many of you are in my group over on Mighty Networks, but I have a private coaching group called I Heart Love Academy. In this group, I discuss feminine energy felt sense, which is basically you have some stored pain in your body. And when the moon's in the right phase and your hormones are in the right phase, that pain surfaces because that pain is kind of stuck in your body. So real quick tip, I want you to find that pain in your body like find where you feel it and just put your hand over that part and just notice what it feels like. Just notice what it feels like and just say to it, like, I'm here for you. I'm here for you and I love you. Because it's not just talking about the pain that heals you. You have to find out where it is in your body, because that's where it is. All right? Okay, everybody. I'm going to close out for now. Check out my group over on Mighty Networks. I'll post the link below in the comments. If you don't have my program, ABCs to Get Him Back, I give you the absolute best chances. I have so many success stories. I love how it works. And I'm sending you lots of love. Mwah. Today and always. Bye-bye.